Aba at the Bad Youngie FM 87.7. Na dog ano pe wapo mu Yo. Ano pe die my na was say wanya ebre na ye no be hwen komo ewo the Youngie 87.7 oyare for Accra. Na Embra Finance Minister at the budget eba beto dwa ama Ghana for do na kire say o budget we die enkwanja se mebetimi de enkwanje e dia bre Ghana for we economist finance expert assign director of research and policy development at the ma Educate Africa Institute. Mami bisa your personal opinion budget ni mu ankasa nsem no enkwanje sema ebetimi di relief bi e dia bre Ghana for na ye hyase free ho no mo
we dey minia me da wase any question but we dey encourage stress me can brofo kakra e dey ame
no problem
yeah me chiao any we tie fo ni na me sanso chia eye Attafuah eye director for research and policy development Educate Africa Institute Fraternity. Now, Educate Africa Institute, we expect nothing more than what the finance minister said. That is, by linking or comparing the budget with the NDC manifesto, the budget truly reflect the policy that the NDC government promised to do. And they say, Omo ye campaign na ye President Mahama opese obey
the Youngie FM
nensema oka se onyakwanya na obey no in the budget no it was stated there. So the budget truly reflects the policy that the NDC government promised to do. The budget in its form from where I sit as a finance expert, it's a living document during its implementation. What it means is that the budget was promised in the manifesto that it was going to give us what it's supposed to represent. And truly, in their manifesto, the things they said they would do, it was stated in the budget. Let's reflect on what the NDC government and the President Mahama promised to do. For education, in terms of education, the government provided free tuition for people with disabilities. And the free education, the free SHS education also, they made provision for that.
The Youngie 87.7 FM.
So they made provision for that, which they set an amount which is worth 3.5 million for that. Again, yes, education, non-academic fee policy was also allocated. Omucha bought 199.8 million for that.
The Youngie FM.
Free textbook was also made. They made provision for free textbook allocation, which and also a Omucha money 564.6 million. And again, our school feeding program was also considered, and the price that they allocated, the amount they allocated to it was 1.788 billion. In the education, the total expenditure there amounted to 7.18 billion. Now, federal to this, by uncapping the GET fund, we are making an additional 4.1 billion available specifically for financing free SHS program and its related expenditure. And this allocation addressed the long-standing concerns about the quality and financial stability of the free SHS, which Young Educate Africa Institute Fraternity, we believe that this is a step in the right direction.
Okay.
In the Enema or kind the FI education.
The Youngie 87.7 FM.
Okay, and the dog, you share taxes, any levies are pay everywhere, and pay any in the food in Comopa, Obia de Nadrin Chere Abba, Yatiasi Chromiani, Jennifer Beard in Cobo. You share COVID levy, e levy, any betting tax, emission levy, any some nuisance tax NDC for a share on Bosomoba, Omubeyi and budget team, or Omudi a year freeway. Other school of thought, say tax ni bi on ma was enko maintain, especially you hear betting tax ya. Now was enka omutimi e maintain. Na nke timi generate sika edema or main. Ma menche won so adwen kire wo ho. It removal no eye ana say na nke was enka omutan adwunu hu mienu biemu.
Okay. You made that so. In terms of revenue and expenditure, the MEME Kafa when it said the abolition of these taxes, the betting tax, the e-levy, and the COVID. All these taxes, the current government classified as nuisance tax. From where I sit as a finance expert, they abolishing those taxes. We are going to see some shortfalls in our revenue. But however, a crime be to a year, a crime be to a year. But what it means is that the government have found their own means of replacing it with other new revenue. So from where I sit as a finance expert, it means the abolition of all these taxes will result in a revenue.
The Yongi FM.
And for that matter, I observe that the government have ascertained a lucrative way to close that gap. In the abundance was for find this one, close the gap. And they said they are going to make provisions. It will reduce the tax exemption. That is from 6% to 4%, which in normal terms, it is going to bring in more money, which is more than what those e-levy and the other nuisance taxes were bringing. So the government has also made provisions to replace these taxes. And it's never make us a fine this to you free one and in another way to emboa. In another way, emboa they say you those taxes if you are there's going to be a revenue shortfall. But the government has also made provisions which replace those taxes and the granting of tax exemptions from 6% to 4% will also bring in money which is more than
the Yongi 87.7 FM.
Okay. It's a crime bisuno, a beboa, a crime bisuno, emwa. Yan share Sika yetra edia to no mo ede emma a nursing training for the allowance. Onum sansa ne beto abano na other party na NPP can say NDC for ba onum betwa nursing training mu. In fact ye to aba wi ekura no sana na ebi mu kan ene abanya betwa sika bia to onum se ono so de ba beboa ama inu anu mekọ nursing no omo allowance no otimi ahwe ama wotimi atua wadwen kire wo ho ene sen.
Yes, so me imagine on say sempa. If you say nursing training allowance previously it wasn't a bino HM, but this time around a bino bus we're making provisions that will help the nurses to also deal with all their challenges. And then I'm buying that's the kind of way and the almost say almost anxious from issues, It is really a step in the right direction because and Calvino am making any provisions and one I'm making is better. But young educate Africa Institute, the money say again is a step in the right direction in the sense that the money that the government has set aside will help these nurses to also relieve their issues. And can we buy normal making any provisions to that? Yeah. Then there's going to be a problem. But me who is a beboa.
Okay. Doc, question be musuni say yenim say omemu hai. Anasa omem bia ye the taxes ana ye de echechere oman no. Taxes so account we finance expert. Ene ya ye sa taxes ye timi generate revenue as income edema oman Ghana. Sikaya ya located yama various sectors any programs see o baby say sikai ye confess sikai wo he ane dia ba finance sa ayi sika bebrebe ya boss wo he. Hello doc.
I'm here, but so come again.
Yeah, na me bisa say yenim say oman bi the taxes and the chechere oman and then so taxes yin sunya be yi bi e dey freeway obeyi so anfefo front so ama et me bisa say awo wonim die mu no him finance so e betimi aboatimi generating revenue na ye dey aboa saa sika ya yetimi twitwa dey ama various sectors and as a program say by especially education, health and nyekeka hui.
Okay. So once again, okay, me Hassan, because government may taxes may be free, but the government has also made provision. That provision is going to replace the abolished tax, which is bringing the shortfall. We share analysis now.
The Youngie FM.
Tax is not free honum. It was bringing in an amount that is worth 2.8 billion, but the government has made in provision, which is coming to replace these abolished taxes.
Okay.
And the amount of money that is coming in is higher than the previous nuisance tax. So the money that will be coming in is worth 3.8 billion. And I think it's a step in the right direction. When they abolish any tax, any government that comes in power, and they abolish a particular tax. For example, MPP abolished the road toll tax, but they made provision and almost e-levy buy. So that's the same way this government will abolish these nuisance taxes and not leave it just like that. Else they will struggle. And it will give an opportunity for the opposition to also criticize them. So they have made provision, as I said in my earlier delivery. In CCA, buying every government via a tax and on the children of mine. What mean you tax in free or completely? Like it is every government's biggest revenue. You see, what mean you tax in free or completely? The only year free one, they have made provision.
The Youngie FM
is coming in to give them something better. They believe that the provisions they have made, is going to bring in something better, which will help the economy. Now, I feel so here. I think I'm want to say there is something called concern mapping, and before the budget statement, the government, the finance minister, went down to the people who ascertain or finding out say and nema bena how more challenges and nema almost currently when they are trading the transactions no nema no more like is it going to bring in like excuse me to say in terms of the transactions previously now but the total then the current economy now, the money is coming in, and the previous period, the money that were coming in. How did they see it? The finance minister went close to them to find out on the problem, how money are there. And I think that a step one, a man is me, who say if we take out all these taxes, what can we put in place to help us improve the revenue? So the provisions that they have,
the Youngie FM,
it is going to bring in more revenue, as the analysis said. The nuisance taxes were bringing in 2.8 billion, but the provisions they have made, they believe that it's going to bring in an amount that is worth 3.8 million cedis, which I believe EAI we believe that it is a step in the right direction.
Okay, Doug, wait a minute.
The budget that was presented is going to help us a lot, especially with educational challenges. It throws more light on that.
Okay. Doc, mami from we was in bisa say we economists, finance experts. Mami bisa say yen share from the inaugural ceremonies from the inauguration of the president 7th January ABC and 13th March 2025. If you are to rate Omampeni John Dramani Mahama any administration here. If you are to rate it over 10 on car, Uber rating is saying.
Okay, out of 10, may rating on 9 in the sense that he promised that he's going to use the first 90 days to put things in order. We have not even read the 90 days, but he's doing so well.
Okay.
And the Nancy amount man of 10 over 10, but my man and 9, they say, with their major policy, which is the 24
The Yongi FM.
I didn't see much issues on it in the budget.
Okay.
I think if the finance minister threw more light on it, then I'll give him 10 over 10. But the government is doing very well so far from where I sit. He's not yet up to 3 months, somehow 2.5 months, but they are doing well. And they are doing what we Educate Africa Institute, we want the nation or the economy to do. Thank you.
Okay. Doc, mami na wasina me fa hunsia sei. Na menka se adwuma de mo bo, pacho ene wa kira owura William mami. Kan se mi kira ne pa mi kira. Eti ye ne Dr. Edward Domina